Well, I suppose we're off to a good start here. This has been the Time Walk season. I think I've got Time Walk like 4 times now. I'm not complaining. Again, Time Walk is, in my opinion, the most fun card in Vintage Cube, probably. So I'm gonna take it. Unfortunately, passing Jace the Mind Sculptor, who is also really good, and Shinobi, Marsh Flats, Sneak Attack, and Thalia, but we'll start with Time Walk, go from there. Oh boy. Alright. We got a lot of decisions. Ashok is good, but I don't think I'm necessarily gonna take her here. Because we got Bribery, which I don't like it as a card. Like, I think it's not fun, but it is often 5 mana win the game. Blitzmire, probably not worth taking here, but you do want good mana when you're playing Time Walk because there's like a good chance you end up just splashing it in like some random aggro deck. What do I want to do here? And then obviously Mind's Desire is good. We're in Power Stone, things like that. I guess I'll take Bribery. It's a really good card. And it is also in blue, so like we have that option as well to just go like heavy blue or something like that. Here we can take, let's see, Hallowed Fountain I like. Repeal is just good value. Baleful Strix, if I was in black, I would probably take it. Like if I had picked up Ashiok and a Baleful Strix would be good, but Bribery often goes in like a little bit more controlling decks. I mean, you basically just put it in any deck that's blue, even in aggro or control, but I think it's best in decks that can reliably cast 5-drops. So I think I'm going to take Hallowed Fountain, passing some good cards, but I think Fixing is very valuable here. Okay. I don't think I'm going to go the Sulfuric Vortex route. Not necessarily the best combo with Time Walk. I'm a big fan of Frantic Search, Demir Signet, Golos. But Golos does come down at 5, so he's a little bit slow. I might... I guess Baral is technically a combo with those cards as well. I could take Frantic Search and go like Mono Blue Storm, because both of these cards are good in that. You know what? Let's see if we can take Frantic Search, wheel Baral. I just have Frantic Search as like one of the best cards in the cube, because like it's good in Reanimator, it's good in Storm, it's decent value. It's like a 0 mana loot, like a 0 mana Faithless Looting, so it like kind of does everything you need. Here I can take a Kozilek or Collective Brutality. There's also Bazaar of Baghdad, I guess, if I do want to force Reanimator hard, but I don't think I want to do that. I'll take Kozilek. Ooh, Counterspell. That's a pretty late Counterspell too. That's a good sign, although this pack seems like it was insane. There's like so many good cards still left in the pack that it must have been like, I don't know, Channel Double Mox or something like that. But we'll take Counterspell. So far, still mono blue. Pretty happy about that. We got Lotus Bloom if Mind's Desire comes around. Mind's Desire into Lotus Bloom is a pretty nice synergy. I don't love Search for Kanta, and then Lightning Bolt is great. It's like one of the best cards in the cube, but it does require going into another color. I'm gonna take Bloom. So this is not the last pack. The next pack is a pack that we opened. We can take Lumbering Falls if we think we're gonna go green. And that's probably likely because with Time Walk you do want like Eternal Witness and things like that. So I'll take the Lumbering Falls. Okay. We learned a lot of things here. Shardless Agent is good with Time Walk and Lotus Bloom, but not good with Counterspell. Thalia is good with all of this. Well, not this, but it's just good in general. And seeing her still lets me go to my favorite archetype, which is blue-white. That's also a very late Fallen Shinobi, though. I think it's between Thalia and Fallen Shinobi. I'm gonna take Shinobi. Oh, okay. Mind's Desire is still wheeled. The main reason, I think Thalia might actually be better, but I've drafted blue-white Time Walk like 4 times now. So I'm going to try and mix it up a little bit for you guys. Take Mind's Desire, I guess. We're still open to go Storm. Thing in the Ice is actually kind of decent with what we have going on now. I do like Angel of Sanctions if we want to go like blue-white Cheons. And then Tide Hollow Scholar is good if we're going to go like the Fallen Shinobi route. Take Thing in the Ice though. Wow, that is... Oof. That's kind of embarrassing. I'll take Baral. I'm down to do some Thing in the Ice things. Here we can take a Disenchant, I suppose. It's a pretty late Unburial Rites. I don't think I'm going to be playing that though. Although Plaguecrafter's pretty bad in a deck with no creatures. And a last pick Parallax Wave, okay. So we have a weird start to the deck. Blue felt open. Mind's Desire did come around. So Storm is potentially open. And we have a random Fallen Shinobi. Wow. And then we have all these great cards. I like Jace. I like Force of Negation, Misty Rainforest, Demonic Tutor, and Tundra. Those are all the things I'm looking at. I think I might just take Jace. He's really good with Time Walk. I mean, just being able to flash it back. Good with Bribery. Good with everything else. But Demonic Tutor is also like, it's good. It's very, very solid card. I don't know if I'm Shinobiing. Huh, I don't know what to do here. Probably not playing either of these at this point. Chase flashes back Time Walk. Demonic Tutor finds it. Better with Lotus Bloom. I think I'm actually going to take Demonic Tutor here. I think the upside is pretty high. Especially if we do end up going Storm. Demonic Tutor is really important in Storm. Ooh. Ah! Oh no. We got Turnabout and Mystic Confluence. So Turnabout is really only good if we get High Tide specifically. Whereas Mystic Confluence is going to be good basically no matter what deck we build. The odds of Turnabout coming around are kind of low. But I think I'm going to take the card that's going to be good in any deck rather than forcing Storm hard. I know Eternal Witness Time Walk is also a combo, but there's other good cards that like I'm guaranteed to play rather than trying to splash a double green card. So I think I'm going to take Confluence. I'm not necessarily planning to wheel Turnabout because probably someone will pick it up. But Mind's Desire did come around, so it's possible that we get Turnabout. So we'll just keep it in mind, basically. Wow, we went from a great pack to a pack that has literally nothing for us. What do I even want here? Like Academy Ruins? In case I get like Memory Jar or something? Relic? None of this is good. None of this is good for us. Maybe I just take a Sylvan Library in case I do end up green. That seems fine, I guess. If I get like enough green fixing, maybe that card gets in the deck. Okay, we got pretty late Entomb. Well, okay, not super late, but there's Entomb. There's Thousand Year Storm. Trinket Mage just gets Lotus Bloom, and then like a Seething Song. I might just take Seething Song and try and wheel Thousand Year Storm. That seems fine to me. This card has more uses than Thousand Year Storm does because, like, Big Red, you just play this turn 3 and cast a Thundermaw Hellkite. That can often win the game, or, you know, things like that. Ooh! Oh boy. Volcanic Island Factor Fiction. So I don't have any draw 7s right now. I also don't have any 4-mana spells. So Factor Fiction is like kind of perfect for the deck. But Volcanic Island is also perfect for the deck. Why are they in the same pack? Why couldn't one have been in the last pack where I just took a nonsense, or 2 packs ago where I just took a nonsense card? Also, like Brazen Borrower and Flame Slash are great too. Like I would just take these and be happy. I think I'm gonna take Factor Fiction because I'm not even guaranteed to play red. Like if I can stay blue or like blue-black, I would. And this card's gonna be good no matter what. It's also kind of like fixing. Ooh. Well, now we have a decision. There's Tendrils of Agony if we want to like be Storm, but there's also Time Warp, which is potentially more fun. We have Mind's Desire, so we could like Mind's Desire into Thousand Year Storm and then Time Warp like 100 times, then beat them down with Baral. That seems more fun than Tendrils. I don't know if it's better, but I've never actually gotten the Thousand Year Storm take multiple turns in a row combo, and this seems like a decent opportunity to go for it. Vendilion Click. I'm cool with that. I think I would actually probably prefer Brazen Borrower in this deck, but both are good cards. Both could combos with Time Walk, because they hit hard, right? It's a 3-mana creature that hits for 3 every turn. You only need 7 turns in a row to win off of Vendilion Click. So how do we do this? The game plan is basically we discard Kozilek, shuffle back in Time Walk and Time Warp, then draw cards, recast them, discard Kozilek. I don't think there's a way I can loop it currently, but we'll get there. There's a Brain Freeze. I mean, I didn't take Tendrils because Time Warp was in the pack, but I probably will take a Brain Freeze. I know there's a Darkslick Shores, which helps with Demonic Tutor, but having a Storm win condition is generally pretty advisable. And I think this is the pack where Jace was in. No, I'm way past that, I think. I might be way past that. Oh man, not getting Jace hurts, but it makes sense. Tundra came around. There's also Phyrexian Revoker, and I'm not sure which is better for our deck. I don't have any white cards. There was a Path to Exile floating around somewhere. I do really actually like this card quite a bit. It stops Planeswalkers. There's 2 white. Oh, I already have Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, I don't need a Tundra. Turnabout. Okay, if we get High Tide, I'm gonna be so happy. I can't actually believe this came around. That came around. I don't need Empty, but it is kind of funny with Time Walk, so I'm gonna take it over Plateau just in case I need it. Thousand Year Storm did not come around, I don't think. I think this was the Thousand Year Storm pack, so that's a little odd. Especially with Turnabout, but maybe someone like picked it up thinking they could get Turnabout. That's okay. Tendrils wheeled. Night of Autumn. So Tendrils is way better than Empty, but I need like a lot of things in pack 3 to make Storm actually work. I think right now, like, just mono blue tempo is seeming more promising with like a weird a weird storm top end. High tide would kind of solve all of this, but we're not quite there. There's a gush, Mer battle sphere, Pestermite. Toxic deluge, I guess, if I do end up going black. Because right now there's no reason to go mono blue aside from I have 0 mana fixing. I could take a battle sphere and try and wheel gush. I'm actually okay with that. Battle sphere is really good with time walk. It just kills like immediately. And nobody should be taking gush. And I don't even necessarily need it that hard. Wow. And then there's this pack. I think I gotta take Mox Jet. They must have opened like Recall or Black Lotus or something, because this pack is absolutely great. Phenomenal. I don't know. It's a good pack. We could take Mox Jet, try and wheel Palinchron, Solemn, or Gear Hulk potentially. And this is actually particularly good because we have, you know, the only colors we probably want to splash at this point is black for Demonic Tutor and things like that. I'm going to take Flooded Strand on the off chance I do get a blue-black duel. I'm not going to play any of the rest of these cards most likely. Ooh, Miscalc versus Mindslaver. I don't think I took Academy Runes, no. I think I want Miscalc. Having 2 mana plays is good, and I don't really interact until later on anyway. Although, if I do get High Tide Mindslaver, it's probably not even necessary. I'll just take Miscalc. Treasure Cruise, Ugin, Wormcoil, Fractured Identity, Ballista, and Rishad Import. At this point, I might actually want a Fractured Identity. I have Hollowed Fountain, Flooded Strand, and this card does just win games. Maybe I can wheel a Treasure Cruise. I'm like mono blue with a random good 5-drops. There's also Ugin. Ugin also wins games, and he does deal with the board pretty well, but he costs 8. Frantic Surge, Turnabout, Bribery, Confluence, Desire. I think we're going to take the Identity. Upheaval. Man, why is this like the worst Upheaval deck ever? I have a Mox. I have 1 Mox with Upheaval. Is that even good? Basically, this deck is going to be like play land, play land, play land, play land, Upheaval, and then what? Oh man, I don't even know if I take it here. It's like, fine. I might take Sphinx's Revelation. All right. If I get High Tide, Upheaval becomes very good, actually. I have like 2 more packs to get it. I'm going to speculate. There's an LED. There's an Urza. Urza's actually pretty bad here. Wasteland is interesting too. I don't have any draw 7s, but you can play LED, crack it in response to Upheaval, and then use that mana to cast stuff. I don't know if that's actually good or not. But if I get Yawgmoth's Will in like, I think literally the next pack, it could be okay. All right. Didn't get there, but we got it to Fairy. This is a weird deck, man. I don't know about this deck. It's like mono 5-drops. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan. All right, LED probably not getting in. We have like Turnabout, Frantic Search, but no High Tide. Oh no, I'll take a Gush. Thran Dynamo might actually help quite a bit because we're like mono 5-drops, so getting this much mana fixing is great. Moat is also kind of funny, but I'll take the Dynamo. I don't really know how this deck storms, but maybe it does. Mana Flare, I have 0 red fixing. There's no way, but Gideon is another 5-mana play. All right, we got Gideon, we got, I don't even know, Thraben Inspector, I guess, because it blocks well. That's a pretty late him to Torok. Man, this deck was 1 High Tide away from being great, but that's true of many decks. I like Teferi more than Gideon. Enlightened Tutor doesn't do a whole lot. We got a random Kozilek. Okay, Kozilek is going away. Sphinx's Rev wheeled, which is good. There's also land tax. I think I take Sphinx's Rev. Probably not playing Mind's Desire. I can play Brain Freeze for value, because that's a real thing. This deck will be fine. Don't even worry about it. In fact, I could potentially put Mind's Desire in. So the benefits of playing Kozilek is that I can discard him to shuffle back my Time Walks. It would be much better if I just had like Time Twister or something though. This deck was so close. We can still win. Like, it's not the worst deck ever, but it's gonna have some trouble. Time Walk is going to be basically explored most of the time. So these are lands. This is a land. I definitely need Lotus Bloom. I have 1 more cut. Maybe it is just Mind's Desire. Just running Turnabout because I can, I suppose. Is there anything better than Turnabout? I could put in a Fallen Shinobi, but I have like, again, no fixing whatsoever. So I think I do just run Turnabout for value. All right, bring it on, deck. 12 and 2. No, we need a few more. So this is 4, 5, 6 white sources. Maybe I just need 5. So 14 land, 15, 16, 17, plus a Lotus. All right, like a million 5-drops over here, but we'll see if we can get there. I'm not hopeful. See you guys round 1. This is about what I expected. I have to mulligan. Yeah, sure. I can keep this and get rid of Brain Freeze. So we got turn 2 Thing in the Ice. Frantic Search can help flip. Playing against green, but they don't have a 1-drop. And they also mulliganed. Okay. Thing of the Ice is pretty good against green too. And it's not a Raphellos. I can accept all of this. Just don't channel me out of the game. Okay, well, extra lands are okay because we have Frantic Search, so we can discard the lands. We can like Frantic Search into Vendilion click them on draw step or something. If opponent, I think opponent should just pay max life with Sylvan Library. Although Thing in the Ice, I guess they don't know if it's like, you know, I could have like Ponder, Preordain, Jitaxian Probe, Gush, hit him for 7. Smart move, paying life. Uh-oh, I don't like that. That means Strip Mine could be coming down. I like Teferi though. There's a couple things I can do. I can just Frantic Search. I can just Vendilion click. I don't actually, there's not that much I want to discard, so I think I'm just going to draw step Vendilion click them after they activate Sylvan Library. And then the hope is to find Time Walk and then just kill them with Vendilion click before they can do anything. Because we can go like Time Walk into Time Warp. So we're going to let them activate Library. Then we click them. We can be pretty sure they're not going to draw into anything too good here because they just libraried. I don't think I let them natural order, but that depends a lot on what they have, because this also gives them a shuffle. So they can just go land, natural order the Ramanop Excavator. They probably have a land on top set up for Courser. This is the scariest card. So they probably drew a land and now Courser's not going to hit a land because they put back 2. They draw Elves into Courser probably. Yeah. And they knew the top card was Terastodon, which they're actually relatively far away from casting. So glad I got rid of Natural Order from Terastodon. And if I can flip Thing in the Ice, we can probably just kill them. Drawing Time Walk in the top, like, what would be 3 cards would be really good. Especially if then we draw Time Warp. Okay, we draw Island. I'm gonna Frantic Search main phase. Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna discard Sphinx's Rev and Island. Untap these. Play a land. Hit for 3. And Miscalc should do a lot, actually. I know their hand, right? It's Finale of Devastation, and they played a land. And they drew... Yeah, it's Finale and 1 unknown. And the unknown is what they hit with. I think the unknown is probably a land, given that they were Sylvan Librarying with a Courser in hand. So it's probably Finale of Devastation, land, and they're going to draw a Terastodon. Okay, I'm going to put this over here and make them similar sized. And we're like threatening to kill them very quickly with Miscalc counter spell plus Thing in the Ice. So they, what did they reveal? Why is Orzhov's Signet revealed? I think I want to save Miscalc for Stonecoil Serpent because getting in damage with Vendilion Click is like the way I win this game. So they're probably going to have Plains on top. Yeah, the top 3 cards are Plains, Orzhov's Signet, Stonecoil Serpent. Okay, so opponent, interesting. They drew this Signet and left the Stonecoil on top. They hit me for 2, that's fine. Wait, they paid life. Oh, that's good for me. Alright, I'll block here. So, yeah, Time Walk would be like the best possible draw. Survival of the Fittest. I think I'm okay with that. Orzhov Signet I'm also okay with. Ooh. Okay, so we can flip Thing in the Ice now, if we need to. If they don't do anything scary this turn, we can fact, but I imagine they're going to probably try and hit Crater Hoof or something with Survival. Oh, Ravages of War, that would be bad. So yeah, I think my sequence this turn is going to be Counterspell, the first thing, and then Miscalc, the second thing. Ah, they're just putting themselves dead to... Okay, not anymore dead, but how much mana do they have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? Well, they're not going to Crater Hoof me. Block here. Stonecoil Serpent, X equals 4. So we Counterspell that. And then we Miscalc the Ravages of War. Which I don't even think they can play Ravages of War here. Okay, so they fetch. Go down to 3, back up to 4. Their library is the same card? What the heck? Scrybug? That's extremely unlikely. Opponent's in the tank. They're just gonna pass turn. Somehow that was good. I can cycle miscalc. Somehow that ended up good. They're just not playing anything. What could they? So their hand is Finale of Devastation, Ravages of War, and One Unknown, which I may have seen. Oh, it's Terastodon. Weird. I think I want miscalc to deal with Terastodon. Brawl. Alright, I'm down with Brawl. Think. Attack. Opponent's going to be at 2 life at the end of the turn, I think. I can also factor Fiction into Gush if things get really dire. And that might be better than putting a Brawl in play. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wait. So I guess their plan is to discard Terastodon to find something. Or maybe they're trying to shuffle to like get something better. Yeah, I like... They're getting Land of War Elves. Okay, so they're going to go Elves, Ravages of War. I don't think that does it. Maybe they need to hit a land on top or draw a land? I don't know what's happening. They must just be trying to draw something good. Like discard Oracle to hit. I don't even know. So all these are gone. They have an Oracle in hand. And they got rid of a bunch of random creatures for some reason. They drew a land, Acidic Slime. None of that matters. Okay. That was weird. I was gonna draw an island. Alright, we were winning. Strange game. Against green, I really do like Gideon Jura. That seems like one of my only ways to like make sure I don't just die. At the same time, he's double white, and my fixing is medium at best. He does come down turn 5. Oh, I think Brain Freeze against the green deck is probably pretty bad. Also, Parallax Wave is like pretty good against them. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white sources and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blue sources. 8, 10. That's not so bad. I can work with that. And then I get rid of something bad. Bribery is probably good. Turnabout might actually save me a game here. Frantic Search is probably pretty medium, but it does help with Thing in the Ice, I guess. God, my deck is all 5 drops. I really don't like that. Alright, I'll get rid of Frantic Search, I guess. Just hope for the best. Oh look, all 5 drops. We have to mulligan. Oh boy. I think I actually keep this hand because Thran Dynamo is like... Basically, this hand is saying, I am going to Thran Dynamo into Upheaval and hope for the best. And Time Walk might just get me there as a 2-mana Explorer. It depends on what they're doing, but I think just turn 2 Time Walk might be in the cards for us. I know I normally say, like, don't do that, but when you have nothing else to do... Whoa, they put in black? Oh boy. I hope I draw a counterspell here, because I don't want a Time Walk. Basically, I need some form of interaction. Thing in the Ice? I guess I can sequence this order. Because if I Time Walk here, I'm just going to play Thing in the Ice next turn. It's sketchy, but Thing in the Ice flipping is another way we can, like, come back. We just gotta hope they don't play, like, Terastodon or something crazy here. I guess they can't cast Terastodon, but there's a lot of scary things they can cast. Anything but Acidic Slime. Okay, Karn I can work with. Karn is cool. I guess I give them Forest. Because Ramanop with Windswept is like infinite lands. Alright, we need like a very sick sequence of draws here. Plains, good start. I have to Time Walk. I can't not do this. This goes to 3. Okay. We need a non-land spell. Non-land card. Because I kept this hand on the back of these 3 cards. And I think I drew Time Walk. Yeah, that's what it was. And then all lands. Oh boy. I guess we Thran Dynamo. I don't love it. The whole point of playing a deck that's all 5 drops is so that on turn 5 he has something good to do, but I might not even get that. It's also highly possible we win on time. I'm gonna give opponent green, because I don't think I want to give them double black. Because opponent's playing really slow. Not Acidic Slime. It's not Acidic Slime! Okay, here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna draw Bribery. So they did need double black. Cool. We're gonna draw Bribery and win the game. Or Thraben Inspector. Oh boy. I guess I factor Fiction here. There's Bribery. I cannot cast it. Gush is also potentially useful with Dinrova Horror. Or whatever this thing is. Thing in the Ice. Oh, why they do me like this? Bribery versus the world. I don't really need the land. So I guess I take the Bribery pile, as sad as it is. Although, I could potentially flip Thing in the Ice this turn. I think I take Bribery. Play Thraben Inspector, and then an Island to bluff Counterspell. Because they do know that I have Counterspell. I don't think they know I have Miscalc. You can have a Forest. So they have Fast Bond. They have a lot of combos. I don't know if I should have done that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they go up to 10 mana. But if they needed a land, they could have just down-ticked Karn. So I think giving them the land is correct. Also, what the heck? They have double basic Swamp Ravages of War. Alright, Nissa who shakes the world. She resolves. So now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are they just attacking? I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Then they play. They're doing nothing! Oh, that's the dream. Alright, crack this clue. Mox Jet. I need to draw a spell. Come on! What is with all these lands? I don't know if I should have kept Gush or what, but let's Bribery you. Probably just gonna get Terastodon. So I can find out what's in their hand too. They don't have Terastodon. They don't have Natural Order. They don't have Stone Coil. Their deck seems not good, gonna be honest. I could also get Tireless Tracker, but I think Terastodon for Karn, Nissa, and Basalt Monolith, and then I just flip Thing in the Ice with any drawn spell. Seems good. Or do I kill one of my own lands? No, I don't want them to like Finale or something crazy. And I go land, make them scared of the Thing in the Ice flip. They do get Terastodon back to hand if I flip Thing in the Ice, but I'm mostly okay with that. And I need to stop drawing lands, like, at some point. So they drew Vraxco Golgari Queen, okay. Oh, gosh. Okay, that's really bad. I need to dispel so badly. I do have Parallax Wave. They're not attacking. There's Parallax Wave. So this comes in with 5 counters, so I could just kill all their elephants. And the forest. Goodbye, elephants. So now I guess I just start attacking with Terastodon. Because I think I want to blink Thraben Inspector. Draw a card, sure. I'll play, because I got rid of Frantic Search, so there's no reason to not play land here. Holding the Mox in hand for, who knows, maximum Deceit or something. So yeah, we're gonna Parallax Wave our own Thraben Inspector. Maybe. What the heck are these draws? Those are the 2 best cards in their deck, I believe. So they can kill my Terastodon and draw a card. Blinking Terastodon is a terrible idea because it is theirs. Upheaval would be a great draw at any point. So because I have Upheaval, I can basically never concede. And, okay, they didn't have any of these in hand 2 turns ago. So their draw steps were Vraska into Garruk Sylvan Library off the 2 draws. Pretty good. But we're going to draw Sphinx's Revelation or Upheaval and then just take them down. So we're going to eat this. It's going to come back. So Parallax Wave dies, but that's okay. I think they get a forest back. Yeah, I think they got that forest back. Come on! What did I do? Sack the clue. Alright, Brawl. Do your thing. Good lord. This is some bad flood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there are 5 lands left in the deck. That's still a decent amount. But we're very live to draw like a Sphinx's Rev. The problem is they have Gaia's Cradle with Garruk. Also, Garruk Vraska is kind of cool. They can like play Garruk, activate, sacrifice a creature. Are they gonna... What do they have? Okay. Ugin is fine. These draws, man. I can't handle it. What the heck? Oh, man. And they get to shuffle, too. They didn't even have to pay life off Sylvan, I don't think. Maybe they did. In fact, they probably did. Alright, deck. We need some real help here. Come on! Ah! I mean, we play lands because of Upheaval. And we can still survive a couple more turns. So now the best draw they could have would be like Acidic Slime. I don't want to keep calling this because it's just going to happen. They might also deck themselves with an Ugin Ultimate, which would be kind of fun. Like, I think somehow we might be able to beat an Ugin Ultimate. Okay, they kill Thraben Inspector. That's cool. Alright, deck, we need a spell. We brought in all these 5-mana spells for a reason. Fractured Identity would be particularly good right about now. We could Fractured Identity the Ugin and then -6. That would be decent, I think. The Natural Order to get Acidic Slime killing Thran Dynamo! Ah! Yep, that makes Upheaval a lot worse. I can still just draw Fractured Identity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So they can actually kill me exactly with Ugin next turn. Oh, I'm way more than dead. There's a good chance they deck themselves with an Ugin ultimate. Alright, deck. Fractured Identity. Now's the time. So I can draw into it. I can also bounce Tireless Tracker. That only buys me 1 turn. I think it's better just to cast this for the full amount and just try and hit Fractured Identity. Draw 3 cards. 1. Sphinx's Revelation, Vendilion Click, Mirror Battles. See, these are the things I needed earlier. Did I use Time Walk this game? I did. Okay. Pass turn. Oh, I could have drawn Turnabout. Turnabout would have been great too. There's so many draws. So frustrating. It's cool though. They're gonna pay life off library and then ultimate Ugin and deck themselves. Oh right, they have Finale. Not even playing around Miscalc or Mana Leak. I guess they couldn't. They need to pay the max amount. Oh, they did? Man, good work, opponent. So I guess I've been dealing click them because they already saw click. I already saw their deck, I guess. What can I Sphinx's Revelation into? Not Turnabout, that's for sure. And they can get back to Rastodon with Finale. Land in hand, okay. Alright. So we need them to uptick Vraska, crack a clue, and then ultimate Ugin pre-combat for whatever reason. No, they're killing the clue! Stop! No! Alright, we are super dead. But, game 3. And, again, we would expect to draw a little bit better this game than last game. Just a little bit better. Do I want Disenchant? Not really. Plaguecrafter can kill Planeswalkers, but they have a bunch of random dorks floating around, so I think we just keep it the same. I could bring in Field of Ruin to deal with Gaia's Cradle. Otherwise, it's like a colorless land, which is kind of awkward. I think we're just gonna hope. Hope for the best here. Alright, good hand. Acceptable hand. I got Lotus Bloom into Bribery, and then just kind of cross your fingers and hope. They don't have any counter magic. Last time they had to draw specifically Vraska into Big Garrick to deal with Thing in the Ice plus Terrastodon. And they mulled the 5. Alright. Alright, there is justice in the world. I feel it in my bones. There's no justice in the world. Opponent had turn 1 elf. There's a Gideon. I might just play Gideon off Lotus Bloom. Gideon's so good against them. Almanop Excavator. Okay, so we're hoping for... Now Terrastodon's pretty bad because they have Excavator. Ooh, Vendilion Click. Let's see what you got going on over there. I don't think they have Fast Bond either. Or I mean, Strip Mine. They have Wasteland, which doesn't do anything against me, really. Nissa, Who Shakes the World, and Acidic Slime. Nissa is scary. Slime is actually kind of bad because I have Gush, so I'm gonna take Nissa. So their hand is over here. Nissa's gone. Do I take 2? I think so. Cast this. There's a Plains. I can probably just go for like a really big Sphinx's Revelation. So I can Bribery them for Terrastodon, but they can replay their lands with Ramanop. I can Terrastodon my own land, which would be interesting. Or I can just draw like 500 cards and probably just win the game that way. Because they have like basically nothing in hand. Yeah, that's cool. So we're hoping that they Acidic Slime targeting Lotus Bloom. They did play land last turn, and I'm gonna remove the draw step. Stop. 2. Alright, target Lotus Bloom. Let's see it. Not a land. So I can't Gush, but I can Rev for 4. That's probably okay. I am missing white sources, though. That was actually really bad. Like, substantially terrible. So Slime is gone. I think I have seen every card in their hand now. But that was... I guess Brawl is still a viable thing now. I can Brawl, Bribery them for... who knows. They Harmonize. Harmonize is great for them, not for me. But a single white source probably does this, because I can Fractured Identity their Swamp. Their mana fixing is generally quite poor. 2. Ooh. Uh-oh. So now they have infinite lands, too. Ah! Okay. So I think I start with Gush, because I can still cast Bribery, and maybe I draw like Time Warp or Time Walk. Both would be amazing. Okay, I draw a white source. White source is good. Also Miscalc. Miscalc is good. Bribery them. So they have Terrastodon in hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they need 2 lands to play Terrastodon. What else do they have in hand? None of their planeswalkers. They have Terastodon Ugin. Okay, so Miscalc will be good. I kind of want to just get a Solemn. That guarantees that I hit white mana. Oh, Oracle. Oracle's what I want to hit for sure. Yeah, that seems great. Land. Raven Inspector. Alright, yeah, Oracle was great there. So yeah, their hand is Terastodon Ugin, 1 unknown. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. And I can actually cast Miscalc here because I have Baral. They drew Corsair, okay. That'll help them get the lands they need into the library. Pretty good. But I imagine there's going to be a turn, what is this? Into Karn. So I think Karn is just fine. I'm just gonna counter Terastodon or Ugin. Those are the scary things. You can have a forest. We're both showing the top cards of our library. We have an Oracle in play too. Ooh, Phyrexian Revoker is actually amazing. I can Fractured Identity a non-land permanent. Kind of like starting with Teferi. Play Teferi. Draw a card, right? They only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we can actually do this just fine. The planes. Oh god. Oh boy. Yeah, I was supposed to hold up an island. I got way too greedy there. Oh no. Okay, we're fine. I scared myself. I was like, why is Teferi safe? And then I remembered that I can untap land. Ooh, that was scary. Wow, their hits were pretty good. Nissa Who Shakes the World, Tireless Tracker, and Search for Tomorrow. So they draw Nissa. So they can actually play Nissa into Ugin probably. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, they can't. Well, I think we're gonna win on time and damage. None of that. I could actually let this resolve in Fractured Identity the Ugin, but I think I can just win because they'd have to Ugin -5. I don't want that happening. Terastodon's not nearly as scary. Oh, I can loot. We'll see. Oh, Time Warp. That's game. At that point, I don't need Parallax Wave. Get him. See you guys round 2. Hey, a good hand. This hand's actually pretty nice. Turn 2 Baral is like one of our secrets to getting out of this alive. Because then we can turn 3 Factor Fiction or Vendilion Click. I'm going to keep this hand for sure. It also lets us like Fractured Identity on turn 4. Basically lets us play spells before turn 5, which is a good strategy in Vintage Cube. Ooh, Thing in the Ice. Okay. One way I can definitely lose is by getting hit with Strip Mine on my Hallowed Fountain or Wasteland. So we'll play. I think I'm gonna Vendilion Click. So I'm gonna Thing in the Ice here. We're gonna go Vendilion Click into Factor Fiction probably, because this is scary. Whatever's going on over there. Ooh, Frantic Search. Kind of makes me wish I had played Brawl, but that's cool. It's cool. We can go next turn. I can go Brawl, Frantic Search, Factor Fiction, and that'll be pretty good. I can draw step Vendilion Click. Yeah, that's probably better because it's gonna force them to tap their blue mana, even if they do like counter it. And it really sucks to like Vendilion Click them and give them a good draw step. What the heck? Okay. That's a lot of scary stuff. I guess I take Glenalindra because she really messes with my deck. So they go Volcanic. Glenalindra's gone. They have Force of Negation and Fact or Fiction. So they're going to hold up both. But I can start attacking with a V-Click at least. There's a Battle Sphere. Let's attack with the V-Click. Or I guess I probably want to play Brawl first with the land backup. So I can Frantic Search into Factor Fiction. I'll probably do that in response to their Factor Fiction. I don't think I'm ever going to be casting Murder Battle Sphere here. So they tap like that so that they can hold up Force of Negation. I imagine they would just Force of Negation my Factor Fiction. So I think I let this resolve. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, this is not great. So forests are kind of their own thing that lets them cast Kodama's Reach, which will fix the rest of their mana. Sneak Attack is very scary. So Factor Fiction is gone. So they have Force of Negation, Kodama's Reach. Sneak Attack Forests might be the good play. Is it? So they go Forest, cast Kodama's Reach. I don't want them Lightning Bolting my Vendilion Click. That's the problem. I'm leaning towards this as a split. Maybe I switch Bolt with Sneak Attack, because Sneak Attack is kind of expensive. Because this, if they take this pile, basically they bolt my Vendilion Click, they could almost reach, and they have nothing. I actually like this split. Maybe do Sneak Attack versus the World. Because they're going to have a bunch of mana anyway. But that really sets them up. They just have a bunch of land. I'm going to do Sneak Attack versus the World. Well, they snap took Sneak Attack, so I don't like that. They untap. Oh, so you're saying there's a chance. So now I can Frantic Search. Bribery should be good against them. So getting rid of Myr Battlesphere and I guess Sphinx's Revelation to keep the Hallowed Fountain. Or I get rid of Myr Battlesphere, Hallowed Fountain to keep the Sphinx's Rev. Because I'm going to have 3 lands, I'm going to Factor Fiction right away. And hopefully Bribery just wins. Alright, I'm going to discard these 2. Ooh, that's a good hit. If they can't kill me next turn, we're doing good. I really hope that's their split. Factor Fiction splits are so fun, but also really hard. And they only have 1 unknown, so I guess if they did happen to draw an Emrakul, then we're in trouble. Ooh, that's a good split. Time Walk, Turnabout versus Upheaval Lands. I think we're gonna go with this pile. That was a good split. I don't want land. I basically didn't really want Upheaval. So yeah, if they have an Eldrazi to sneak in, I'm in a world of trouble. But I could potentially keep like Vendilion Click, no land, and then hope to draw something. But I think what they're going to do is play Sneak Attack, hopefully not kill me. This doesn't look like an opponent who is killing me. Yeah, we get a turn. Perfect. Gush was kind of the answer. Okay, so I can flip Thing in the Ice. Let's start with Gush. I think I am just going to flip Thing in the Ice. Let me think of this. Turnabout generates 1 mana, or I can use it to tap them down. Force of Negation, Kodama's Reach, 1 unknown. Because I really want to resolve Time Walk here. And Turnabout, I can have 1 mana left for Time Walk. Yeah, so Turnabout, tap down your lands. Doesn't really do that much. So I'm going to cast it, see what happens. I think I'm just going to untap my lands. Ooh, they're just going to counter that. I'm cool with this. Now I can just cast Time Walk, flip everything. Which they know I have. Okay. They knew I had that. Interesting. Somehow I'm winning these games. I don't know how. This seems like definitely a disenchant matchup. Parallax Wave is actually kind of really good against Sneak Attack. Well, okay, really good is relative. It delays the inevitable because they sneak something in. You can Parallax Wave and you get like 4 turns and then they just, yeah, it's probably not good enough. I like Disenchant. This is definitely not a Brain Freeze matchup. If they're playing Sneak Attack, they almost certainly have some kind of Eldrazi. And then Bribery probably just wins the game as much as I dislike that as a thing. Can add 2 more planes. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's actually too much. 6 planes for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue sources. That's totally cool. Oh man, look at this hand. Wait, this hand's awesome. So this is turn 2 Baral. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not the deck I played against game 1. What? Alright. Give me a blue Menace. What? I don't have any words. I'm going to play Baral because, first of all, it can threaten to kill the Arbor Elf if they attack. Also, if I draw a land, or if I draw a Frantic... No, what am I saying? If I draw a Factor Fiction, I can cast it. I guess it just dies to Bolt. Did not expect Arbor Elf in particular out of their deck. That was something else. So I can Vendilion Click. That seems worth it. Because we really want to resolve this Bribery. And I don't want them to, like, jam a Sneak Attack here. Consecrated Sphinx, Gruul Signet, and lands. I guess I just take the Sphinx, give them all manas. Because, yeah, they get to play Gruul Signet this turn, and then Sphinx next turn. So we'll just hope that they don't hit anything. Like, Sphinx is way better than their average draw. So they go land Signet most likely. Oh no, they drew a spell. Fortunately, it only costs... Yeah, Hangerback Walker I'm cool with. Especially in the face of Thing in the Ice. Also, we're just going to Bribery them. It feels pretty good to know someone's hand exactly. And also know that their hand is bad. Okay, we draw a blue source, which doesn't really matter. Man, that Mox turned this game from bad to pretty good. So we go with that, attack with Vendilion Click, play Thing in the Ice. And then I'm just going to jam Bribery. They have 1 turn to draw Pact of Negation or whatever that card is, Force of Negation. They play Misty. Like, waiting and being scared is so much worse for us than just going for it. See what you got. It might just get a concession. If they drew it, they drew it. Okay. Oh boy. Alright, so what did they draw? Not Factor Fiction, so Force of Negation Remand. Wow, their deck looks really bad. I'm gonna be honest. What is good here? Ulamog the Ceaseless Hunger, not so great. Consecrated Sphinx honestly might just be the pickup. Drawing like a million cards is pretty good. They have so many chunkums, so I can Phyrexian Revoker sneak attack. I really just want to take Consecrated Sphinx. But one attack with Ulamog also pretty much just kills them. No, because they have Hangerback Walker. So they sack 1, 2, 3, 4. That also pretty much just kills them. I guess Emrakul the Promised End actually just kills them. So we'll do that. Yeah, because this hits for 3, and then I just kill them in the air. And it also has protection from instants, which is like likely to be relevant against something they could draw. We drew at the top of our range. One's a big fan, thank you. Sorry for tanking. Also sorry if I called your mana bad. I am very aggressive in that because my mana is usually bad. So I think I'm in a very unique position to tell when decks are suspect. I like what they're going for though. Yeah, I don't know. Was Emrakul the correct pick? It was either Emrakul, Consecrated Sphinx, or Ulamog. I don't think it really mattered, but somehow we're 2-0. So we'll see you guys round 3. Can we get a trophy with this deck somehow? I mean, this is a start, I guess. I need to draw a lot of lands, but that's true of most games. And like, Miscalc into Vendilion Click is a very strong start. I could even take my own turnabout. Opponent mulligan? Yeah. I don't actually want to fetch with Flooded Strand because... Oh, I should have still led with Flooded Strand to play around Strip Mine. But I don't want to fetch with this because I actually want to draw a third land. What? This is a straight up mirror match. Into Brawl? Okay, it's not the mirror. There's our land. So yeah, let's go Island. Pass turn, hold up Miscalc. Next turn we draw step them. Grim Monolith. I can Revoker that, but I think I'm just gonna counter this. Because then I can just like, if they don't do anything, then I can just Revoker Mox Jet. Like if they don't play a land, that's pretty good. So now I'm okay drawing lands. So let's Flooded Strand, or I'm okay not drawing lands, and then draw step them with the Vendilion Click. Then we can Thran Dynamo into Revoker naming something scary. I'll pay 2 life, they don't seem too aggressive. Tinker Glenalendra. Alright, well we take Tinker. Leave them with Glen, which we can actually Phyrexian Revoker, which is kind of a really funny answer. So they played Island instead of Tundra, which was a bad move because now I know their hand exactly, which is Academy Ruins Tundra. Ooh, okay. Let's Island Revoker Glen. Glenalendra Archmage. Gotta be sure you named the full correct name here. No attacks. I don't really want to trade off my Vendilion Click. I think it has quite a bit of value. So we get rid of draw step. We know it's in their hand. They play Academy Ruins, draw 1 unknown. That's pretty good. We can go Thran Dynamo, pass turn, and then next turn I'm probably just gonna, depending on what they do, Upheaval. The problem is they have Mox Jet. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can Upheaval into Vendilion Click, taking the Mox Jet. That's gotta be good enough. I can even Turnabout to add 1 mana if I need. Okay, so they play Tundra. Alright, 2 cards. Oh, the good old brain freeze. That'll be useful later. Let's do this. Upheaval into land. Click. Taking your Mox. They drew Wildfire. That would have been good to cast. I don't know if they had double red. But we take Mox Jet. That sets them back very far. We just discard probably Turnabout. Although Turnabout does like buy me a turn. So I guess I discard Brain Freeze because I don't really need it. Yeah, because I can go Revoker on... So Mox Jet is gone. I can Revoker the Boros Signet or Glenalendra depending on what I'm feeling. And they drew a Mer Battlesphere. Island is gone and Wildfires. I'm not sure what to name with this Revoker. Let's attack for 3. I guess probably just Boros Signet. My plan is to just play all of my non-creature spells before they cast Glen. And they're gonna have to tap out for Glen anyway. So Tundra's gone, Signet's gone, Island is gone. They take 5. I play Hallowed Fountain tapped. So next turn, hopefully they do nothing. Then I can turn about their land. They go with Vantage, which they just drew. Ooh, that's a nice one. Suspend. Let's go Island. Put a stop in their upkeep. Hit for 5. Turnabout you. That way they can't cast Glenelendra, then they go down to 2 life. And if they cast a counterspell, then they still can't cast Glenelendra. So either way, this does what it needed to do. Land, tap. Toe untapped, sure. Ooh, that's good. So let's attack for 5. So next turn they can go Glen with holding up a single blue. But right now I can go Thran Dynamo. Factor Fiction main phase. Is there anything I can draw here that would make me want to do this? Not really. So if they play Glen, they actually kind of die. Because they need Glen plus like a bolt or something. Fiery Confluence. That doesn't work. Oh, actually that's pretty good though. It kills all my creatures. Okay, actually that does work pretty well. But this hand is the nuts. Holy cow. Bribery Counterspell versus the world. They have Glenelendra. This all depends on how good or bad. Let's see. So they played Tundra. I'm sure they played Mountain. So their hand is Academy Runes, Glenelendra, and quite a few unknowns. If I bribery them, I get to see their deck. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can't bribery and counterspell. Otherwise, I can take like Mystic Confluence, Fractured Identity, land. And then with Sphinx's Revelation, the late game should be pretty good. When does my Lotus Bloom come in? 2 turns. And I'm losing all my creatures too, which is unfortunate. I think I take the higher value pile. It's unfortunate to lose bribery. There is a chance it just wins. I'm gonna take, if I cast bribery and it doesn't get anything, then they play Glen, I kind of also lose. I'm gonna take this pile. That was a very hard choice though. Ooh, Brawl was nice. I can cast Brawl now, holding up Mystic Confluence, and Brawl is a 2-turn clock. Thank you very much. I also have Time Walk somewhere in my deck. So I'm just gonna like draw a million cards, Time Walk into Time Warp, and kill them with Brawl. Double blue. Urza Lord High Artificer. So I can actually Fractured Identity him. I'm kind of cool with that. Because they conspicuously did not play a land before casting Urza. Although I don't think they've shuffled, so I think Tinker is still on the bottom. So if I draw Time Walk, I win. If I draw Time Warp, I think I might have enough mana to win. If Glenelendra Academy Runes 2 unknown. Gush is pretty good too. Although it's kind of bad with Sphinx's Rev, because I have to like main phase it. Gush does give me an out to just win right now. And there's 16 cards left. 2 of them win the game on the spot. We can wait. Let's just yoink this guy. Make a thing. Play a land. Pass turn. Because again, we know 2 of their cards. This looks like Glen. Okay, so I'm actually going to Mystic Confluence. Counter unless they pay 3 twice, and I guess drawing a card is fine. Or maybe I just bounce the construct. Yeah, actually that's better. Counter this, bounce. Tap this for blue, and then the rest. So that resolved. I suppose now I can gush. Okay, that's a lot of whiffs. But now I get to loot. Frantic Search. So now I can even add mana for a counterspell if I need to. Johnny Vengeance. That's fine. Academy Runes is 1 of 2 cards left in their hand. They kill the construct. They gain some life. This is acceptable. So I guess I start with Thing in the Ice. Frantic Search should almost for sure find me Time Warp or something. This for 2. Okay. Mono lands here, it would seem. So I can go land. I think I can make this deterministic that I find Time Walk. I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. That's gotta be good enough. I can draw 6 cards. That goes down to 2. We find Time Walk. What the heck? I must have drawn a lot of spells because this is a terrible hand. They could totally just deck us. Attack a Johnny, attack them. But they have basically 1 unknown card in hand. Can't believe that missed. We must have just drawn all gas. The bottom of our deck is Mer Battlesphere. Burning of Jinye. Oh boy. One of these games? Sure. So their hand is one unknown. There's a Mer Battlesphere in my deck somewhere. So I choose 4 lands to get rid of. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can stop myself from decking with Teferi. They can stop themselves from decking with Academy Runes. There you are, Time Walk. Silly goose. They can get back something with Ruins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess I just wait. There's really no rush here. I just need to get Teferi in play, ultimate him. The problem is, no, I can exile Academy Ruins, but I don't think I have enough lands currently to play Mer Battlesphere, but this is going to be close actually. So they have Wildfire and Burning. That was good for them. A little bit reckless on the Sphinx's Rev, I guess. And I need to play quick. I only have 13 minutes left. Holy cow. This always happens to me. I talk too much, and then things happen. So I think they're deciding if they want to Grim Monolith into the Battlesphere. Okay, they do nothing. Thraben Inspector. That actually kind of works, right? So it's Thraben Inspector, Mer Battlesphere, and 1 unknown. Alright, let's go Plains Thraben Inspector. Then we cast Time Walk. Mer Battlesphere is on the bottom. I must have bottomed it during a mulligan decision. So now I attack for 1. So I can Teferi put himself on the bottom. Then I draw Mer Battlesphere with Teferi as the last card. I think they're gonna get and cast a Mer Battlesphere though, but that's okay. Because I can cast my Mer Battlesphere. Good old Teferi. Doing what he does best. So they probably get back the Battlesphere to block the Thraben Inspector. But I can just jam my Battlesphere next turn. Okay, so they're top decking. I have a Battlesphere in play that is lethal. This should work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and I have exactly enough mana to cast it. And they can't. Grim Monolith doesn't do anything, so do your worst. I'm gonna F6, try and save time here. I will be taking the full damage. I'm not sacrificing any creatures. We did it! I was gonna say, with that attack, if they kill my Battlesphere, they're actually still dead to Teferi. I can't believe I won that game, that was crazy. Definitely a disenchant matchup, so we're gonna add some... I think I'm gonna add 2 white sources, because I think this is also probably a matchup for something like a Gideon, because Planeswalkers against Burning of Jinyei are quite good. Parallax Wave can protect my creatures, and Kozilek can stop me from decking. But Kozilek is pretty awkward with... let me think about this. Hang on. Frantic Search is bad. Turnabout is pretty medium. Brain Freeze is kind of funny. It actually would have been good-ish there, but on the draw it's probably... Especially if I'm cutting Frantic Search Turnabout, I just don't like it. At which point I could just bring in Kozilek, but I could also bring in Parallax Wave so that my creatures like never die. Big Cozy on the draw. Let's see, what did their deck do? They had Glendalendra and a Johnny. They killed lands a bunch. Their deck is actually kind of scary the more I think about it, but we're just gonna hope for the best. I would say this hand is not necessarily hoping for the best. I think I can do better. I'll keep this one. I guess we bottom the Upheaval. It's really good, but not super great against their deck in particular. And then our hope is to just, well, not have this happen. Opponent did mulligan. There's the Thran Dynamo. Would have been good with Upheaval, but I would also need the land. Turn 2 Glendalendra would be decent. Turn 2 Hangerback Walker, still pretty decent. Thinking the Ice now is my answer to that. So I need to start like F6ing and stuff. Oh no. I can't afford to have them pay full mana for a spell. Things get really bad when my opponent actually gets to cast stuff. Riftwing Cloudskate Suspend. Cool. They're gonna level up Hangerback Walker. Plains. Do I want to kill this Hangerback? I think the answer is I'm just gonna let it go. Because holding up Miscalc is also important. That's how I stop Burning of Jinyei from completely killing me. So I can disenchant one of their mocks. It seems good. Their deck is pretty centered around having mana, so stopping that seems worthwhile. Hallowed Fountain. So I think I actually am going to play that into Thran Dynamo here. Not holding up Miscalc, but Burning of Jinyei is pretty bad against Thran Dynamo, although I do just have Plains. Although if they Burning, I can Gush. That's why I played the second island. And they only have 1 card in hand. So they can keep leveling up Hangerback Walker, and that's cool with me for now. Ugh. Okay. I discarded Plains. That was a good good Kolaghan's command. It goes down to 1. I might just get tempoed out here. It's definitely possible. Island was not ideal, so I think I actually just have to try and draw a Time Walk. Factor Fiction Baral. I cannot Factor Fiction into Time Walk, but I think I can Baral into just a main phase Factor Fiction, which seems okay to me. So they're gonna bounce my thing, which is unfortunate. Oh, there was the Time Walk. I'm okay with this split. If the last card in their hand is burning specifically, I guess I'm in trouble. But that doesn't even work because they would need a second red source. So yeah, I don't think they're gonna Burning of Jinye me. I don't think I care that much about Time Walk. That was a good split. So I can Fractured Identity. So they have to Riftwing Cloudskate bounce Thing in the Ice here. And I take 6. But then I can Fractured Identity the Riftwing and bounce the Hangerback Walker. Then it starts over. I think this pile is more responsible because they're gonna, yeah. This gives me answers to what's on the board. Thing in the Ice gets bounced. Yeah, sets me back quite a bit. Ecto Signet. Well, that's the red source, so if they do have burning, we're in trouble. Take 6. Lotus Petal's coming down eventually. Or Lotus Bloom. Island. Okay, so I don't think bouncing the Hangerback Walker is actually that useful because they could just replay it as a 3/3 and then do the same thing. I think what I'm going to do is take another hit because flipping Thing in the Ice is probably necessary for winning this game. Attack with Baral. And probably Chump Block with Thraben Inspector. I can miscalc a burning or whatever. Yeah, because I die to a Johnny if I don't block here. Man, please don't be a Johnny. I want you to cast Burning of Jinye. Stop. Stop with this 4 mana stuff. I can deal with that. Although that does play around miscalc pretty well. Alright. Not a fan. Drawing just land. Okay. The last card is burning. I can steal Riftwing, bounce Hangerback. I guess that's probably my best shot now. It's not pretty. Just tap. Because now they can play burning around 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they could play around miscalc now. And if they do have it, I think I'm just dead. But there's a time when you just gotta not play around stuff that you can't. Oh no. Did I mess up by tapping out? Oh, okay. So I lose everything. Do I concede? They have 2 mana left. The only reason to concede here is for timer. They Hangerback Walker. I don't think I concede because I have Lotus Bloom and I can draw like Teferi. Or Gideon, actually. Time Warp, not really going to cut it. So we're going to take 1. But we have some draws. Alright, crack the clue. That's a lot of cards dead. That's a land. Don't actually mind drawing lands so much. Vendilion Click! That's the secret. Getcha. So I think they make it into a 3/3. See what you got. That's gone. Urza, Badlands. They actually can't cast any of those, so I'm just gonna say no. You can have an Urza. I like the attack. I don't like the land. So Time Walk is already gone. So I guess I just cycle this miscalc. Sphinx's Rev is huge. Holy cow, that's huge. Yeah, they're gonna attack for 2. I'm gonna gain a whole bunch of life. I could even Time Warp if I need, but I think I might save Time Warp for after Sphinx's Rev. Take 2. They actually can't cast a Johnny either. I'm okay with this. Ooh, Mystic Confluence. That is also an answer. Now I have just mono answers over here. I guess I might as well just Sphinx's Rev for a bunch now. I go up to 7, and if they don't do anything this turn, we can just get it. Avalanche Riders, my planes. That makes Gideon more awkward. Take 4. So I can bribery them for Mer Battlesphere, potentially. Oh boy, there's a lot of scary things right now. Bribery for Battlesphere does seem pretty good. I don't know why I didn't play planes. That was really bad. Let's see if they drew a Battlesphere. They did not. Oh, they had Blightsteel this whole time? Torrential Gearhulk can get back. Nothing particularly useful. I think I probably just want to go with the Battle Ball. It's the hardest to kill. Because Blightsteel is kind of weak. Although I have Time Warp. Blightsteel is weak to a bounce effect, which I didn't see any of. They don't have a Johnny. They have Tinker in their deck. I think Blightsteel might be it, because they either have to pay for Avalanche Riders. Yeah. And I'm going to hold back Vendilion Click, because if they like pay for Avalanche Riders and then kill Blightsteel, I'm dead, and Blightsteel's going to kill them anyway. Oh no. Did they have Mystic Confluence? I didn't actually look. Oh no. Don't be your draw step. Don't kill me. No! Alright. Game 3. Did they draw that? I have to look. No, they actually had it in hand. That's interesting. So, I mean, it's still either way. It's kind of a top deck. So what do I do now? These games have been crazy. Tendrils, Frantic Search. I think I just run it back. Just try and kill them quickly. Probably keeping Kozilek in the deck is a bad idea, but I'll keep this. Bribery does just win the game a lot of the time. Now that I've seen their deck, we get to go turn 1 Inspector, turn 2 draw a card, turn 3 Vendilion Click. This has been a crazy finals, that's for sure. Do they have the Mox again? No! Inquisition? What? I need to see how good their black mana fixing is, because that's unlikely. Alright, that hurts. Let's crack a clue. That's a lot of land, but you know what? Bribery might just do it. Especially if I can draw a Mox or Baral in the top some amount of cards. Okay. Please don't be Glenn. Please don't be Glenn. Stop. It's not Glenn. It's a Wyrn Power Stone. They can Burning? Oh boy, Burning would be particularly bad, but I can't not play a land. Do I Sphinx's Rev for 1 if they Burning? Probably. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, they're doing it. That's so bad. I don't know if I'm supposed to hold a land there or not. Playing the mono 5 drops. Oh, Vindicate a land. I'm gonna Sphinx's Rev for 1. I can draw Gush. I don't know why it's lagging. Magic Online. Okay. Did not draw Gush. Factor Fiction is good. Okay. What do we got? They didn't have Burning last turn. They know Bribery is coming. The Battle Ball. Also, how are they at 13? What the heck? That looks like a Battle Sphere. So I'm gonna Factor Fiction in response. Oh, okay. Factor Fiction. Hope I can hit Gush maybe? Oh yes, we're doing it! Gush saves my lands. Lotus Bloom also saves my lands. So I lose 4 lands. Next turn I get to go Land Mox Jet. I think Gush is actually better. Because they can Kolaghan's Command my Bloom. Yeah, I'm going to take the Gush pile. Cast Gush. We lose a whole bunch of land. But I have Miscalc now. I think we might still be able to do this. Opponent's down to 3 cards. I draw Battle Ball. I'm not going to discard a land. I think I'm going to discard Gideon because I've like lost so many white sources. And probably the Battle Sphere because I've lost so many mana sources. F6. And we have Miscalc. I think we might do this. They lost all their blue mana. They missed a land drop too. That's good. Time Walk. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we just Bribery. Ooh, Teferi's very good too. Bribery you. So I can see what's in their deck, but Blightsteel might just win. So they have Blightsteel and Mer Battlesphere in hand. But I can probably at this point just get Torrential Gearhulk or Avalanche Riders to kill their bad lands. I think Gearhulk probably does it. It hits really hard and I can Factor Fiction. So their hand is just full of nonsense. I'm drawing a lot of lands. I regret discarding the Battlesphere, but I can get up to max hand size and discard Ulamog or Kozilek, and then shuffle back all my good cards. So I'm going to take this pile, because Revoker's actually insane. Their hand's full of chunky boys. Ooh, okay, I think that's game. I can disenchant the Wyrn Power Stone. I can play land. I can Revoker the Boros Signet. Boost. And then I have Miscalc. And they die next turn because I can Time Warp. This would be a really scary Kolaghan's Command, by the way. They can cast it, but they'd have to activate the Signets the other way around. Right, you activate Boros Signet. Oh, and they're holding up mana. They're smart. Alright, let's hit you for a bunch. And then Time Warp. Miscalc whatever you're playing. It's untapped. I take it to another turn. We did it! We actually did it! Unless they have something really crazy here. We trophied with this deck? That is ridiculous. That shows... Well, actually, I think we played pretty well in the last game. That was ridiculous, man. I think we played pretty well in the last round, but I think that goes to show there's a good amount of luck involved in trophying on Magic Online. Because, like, This deck was good, but look at this curve. It was all 5 mana plays. Oh boy. I had a lot of fun. This is one of the more fun decks. It's sometimes fun playing with a deck that's like high, like a lot of answers, but the power level isn't too high. I mean, most of the games I just won off bribery, which is kind of boring, but it was sweet. Sweet deck. See you guys next time.